What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, Zaynomics Gaming. I know I haven't been posting a lot of content lately. I wanted to give you guys a little update into my personal life. Recently, within the past month, I've just moved. I also scored an excellent job with Starbucks, and I'm really blessed to even be a part of that company. Now, I know a lot has happened inside the Destiny 2 community since I've been away. I apologize for not producing as much content as I usually do, but despite the lack of content in the last month, my channel has still been doing really well. Now, I recently got all my internet hooked up, I got my computer back running and everything like that. Yesterday was in fact my first time playing in a whole month. So in today's gameplay, I am a bit rusty, but I still wanted to produce a video because I have the time to, and I have the time off right now to actually develop some content for you guys. Now, like I said, despite the lack of content, my channel has still been doing pretty well, so I'm very grateful for that. If you watch all my other previous videos, thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. A few of you have reached out to me and messaged me. I also appreciate that too. I appreciate all the love that I've received. I appreciate all the concerns. Thank you guys so much. Now, I want to jump into today's video. Now, this past week, I have read the TWAB that Bungie sent out on Thursday. If you don't know what TWAB stands for, This Week at Bungie, it's released every Thursday. Sometimes I'll read it, sometimes I'll watch Aztec Cross's video. I just enjoy his enthusiasm. Now, if you haven't read it, Quick Draw will be getting a nerf. Also, 120 hand cannons will also be receiving a nerf. I think this is mainly poised towards the shotguns as far as like Astral Horizon and Fellwinter's Lie. I believe those weapons with Quick Draw will be replaced with surplus. So keep that in mind if you do plan on buying those. If you want to play with Quick Draw, now's the time to do it because in Season 14, that's when those changes will occur. Now, in today's video, I wanted to go over the 140 round per minute hand cannon dilemma. Now, this video is mainly developed around Waking Vigil and Paliodrome. Those are the two, I guess you could say, hottest 140s as far as legendary goes. I'm not covering exotics or anything like that. If you don't know, Waking Vigil was reintroduced into the game this season, and it can roll with a special perk called Vorpal Weapon. Now, Vorpal Weapon works inside of PvP against supers. Unfortunately, I do not have Waking Vigil with Vorpal Weapon perk, but the easiest way to get this perk is you have to complete the Shattered Dungeon. But there is sort of a cheese, I'm not sure if it was patched yet. If you go to the weekly bounties and you obtain those bounties from Petravenge, you complete the requirements, you load into the dungeon, and then you just turn those bounties in, you can receive weapons with Vorpal Weapon on it. But it's a harder chance to actually get those. Now, at the end of this video, I decided to use a Warlock. I wanted to use a Shadebinder class with Calls of Ahamkara. Now that will give me 2 melee charges, and if you don't know, if you freeze an opponent with Whisper of Hedrons, you get a 25% damage bonus. Now that does stack with Vorpal Weapon. So if you get Waking Vigil with Vorpal Weapon, you can take down a super instantly if you freeze him, and you have that Vorpal Weapon damage boost as well. So you're getting basically 2 damage boosts that stack. So you'll be able to kill him easily with a primary. With Whisper of Hedrons, you're looking at about 88 to 89 per crit. I was really experimenting depending on resilience of certain guardians. Now, the biggest dilemma with 140s right now is 120s can absolutely map you, and they are apparently getting a 2 to 4 meter nerf. So I'm not really sure how that's going to play out come Season 14. We will definitely make another video and review these changes when those changes go live. But as of right now, if you're rocking a 140, especially a legendary like Paliodrome or Waking Vigil or any other 140 Dire Promise or anything like that, you have to play aggressive. You have to hit your crits. If you don't hit your crits, you will be outgunned pretty much all the time. I had a tough time playing with them, especially Waking Vigil. Waking Vigil does not feel anything like it used to, and my role currently has Outlaw and Opening Shot, and that's the same role I had before sunsetting occurred. I'm not sure if some type of nerf happened when sunsetting occurred, or they somewhat nerfed it. It just does not feel the same like it used to. Maybe it's just me, I don't know. The weapon is very easy to grind for. Like I said, if you complete Petravenge's bounties that award legendary gear and then you launch into the Shattered Throne, you can obtain those special perks. Well, it's not really a special perk, but it kind of is, Vorpal Weapon. But if you're not specifically looking for Vorpal Weapon, all you have to really do is a blind whale. That's how I got mine. It's really easy and simple to do, and there's usually a good bit of people in that public event. Now, as far as Paliodrome goes, Paliodrome feels a lot better, 10 times better than Waking Vigil. So that's why there's somewhat of a dilemma. All of the hand cannons necessarily don't feel the same. So when I'm playing with Paliodrome, I feel like I'm using a 120 in a sense. I know my range is kind of cut. Right now, I do have Quick Draw and Rangefinder, but as you may know, Quick Draw is going to be getting a nerf, so I'm going to be hunting for another Paliodrome. Unfortunately, I did miss the Adept opportunity to get the Adept version of Paliodrome, but like I said, I'm going to have to figure out another role because Quick Draw and Rangefinder is what I wanted. And unfortunately, since Quick Draw is getting a substantial nerf, I don't want Quick Draw anymore. So I'm going to have to figure something else out. Personally, before this season ends, I'm going to be trying to hunt for a polygonal rifling, ricochet rounds, or high caliber rounds, killing wind, definitely. I don't really care about any other perk in that column. Killing wind for PvP is the one that I'm hunting for right now. And then after, in the final column, I'm going to be looking for Rangefinder or Rampage. I think Rangefinder will be a little bit better because then I'll be able to compete with the 120s substantially more. Since they're getting a nerf in their range, I'll get a little buff by using Rangefinder, and Killing Wind will help that. So when I get a kill, it boosts my mobility, range, etc, etc. Now, Quick Draw was a top tier perk, but since it's getting nerfed, I don't know how it's going to respond. You know, coming in season 14, it may not be a perk that you want to go for anymore because it's getting a heavy nerf, you guys. So I definitely recommend getting Killing Wind. Now as far as PvE goes, you could pretty much use whatever you like to use. There really is no wrong answer in my opinion. You know, I'm not going to get on here like some of the other people and say, oh, well, you can't use this. You know, if you definitely want to be more efficient, I would definitely probably use Extended Mag, Overflow, and then either Thresh or Rampage. That's what I would go for. But there really is no right or wrong answer. You could use Subsistence. You know, personally, I feel like Waking Vigil is better in PvE than Paliodrome, but that's just my opinion because Waking Vigil can roll with Vorpal Weapon, and if you do the cheese like I just told you, you can get Vorpal Weapon pretty easily as long as you complete those requirements every week. You know, do those weekly bounties, load into the dungeon, turn them in, and then you have an opportunity of getting Waking Vigil with Vorpal Weapon. So that gives you a big damage bonus against, you know, the majors, all the yellow bars, stuff like that, and it does arc damage. So in the Fallen Saber Strike, you'll be good to go because pretty much all the shields in there are arc damage anyways, so they require arc. So, but yeah, like I said, for PvE, you can pretty much use whatever you want. Now, as far as when you go into like Grandmaster and stuff, obviously you got to kind of like pick and choose what would be best. That way you could complete it on time. But, you know, I don't really make efficient guides all the time because for me personally, sometimes I want to use a weapon that I just enjoy using in general. Now, as far as the Paliodrome goes, Paliodrome's not bad for PvE. It's okay too, but you can use whatever you want. That's my point. If you're looking for a good Paliodrome for PvP, like I said, polygonal rifling, ricochet rounds, high caliber, Killing Wind, Rangefinder, or Rampage. That's it. That's all I would try to go for, and that's pretty much it. But, you know, when you look back at it, would you rather use a 140 or a 120? 120s are way more forgiving. You know, you could smack somebody with a 120 and then that's it. 140, you have to be so accurate. You have to make sure you hit all your shots. 140s definitely have a better TTK, but 120s are just so forgiving, and you could just sit at the back of the map and just shoot whoever. You could play more passively instead of playing so aggressive. And personally, if you're not a hunter or you're not taking advantage of a certain subclass, you're not going to do well with 140s. You definitely have to play aggressive. You definitely have to play fast. We will be reviewing this again once season 14 changes roll out. But in the meantime, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you all so much for the support within this past month. I definitely plan on playing more and producing more content in the future. I also want to take this opportunity down below. I want you guys to let me know, what do you think the meta will be next? You know the meta always shifts, so what do you think will get the biggest buff next? Are we going to be looking at a pulse rifle meta? Are we going to go back to auto rifles, submachine guns? What do you guys think? I personally think the only one 150 round per minute hand cannon is going to take off. Sunshot is going to be meta next. That's what I think. Sunshot's a great weapon. It's the only 150 in the game, and with these nerfs coming out for 120s, and then quick draws getting nerfed, I think Sunshot's going to smack some players inside the Crucible. You guys let me know what you think down below. Like I said, I appreciate you all for coming and watching today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at Zaynomics Gaming. You can definitely shoot me a message. I will definitely get back to you as soon as possible if you do decide to message me. And once again, I appreciate it so much. I always appreciate your opinions as well as I respect them, as so you should respect mine. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Once again, thank you all for coming and watching. I will see you guys in the next video.